Follow the finger.
Restorations where all turns new. Bikes and cars revived, it's quite a view. With Kaz and Winnie, the restoration team will make these classics fulfill their dream. Watch the shine from rust to shining chrome. It's built a journey, glad you've come along. If our restorations get your motor running, like and subscribe, keep the channel humming.
Ah, Clarice, would you like a nice drop of claret? Mind you, it's been open for about a week. It's actually not too bad, that one. Product of France, Reserve Claret. What am I doing in the shed drinking claret? There's a good reason for that, actually. Well, it's a good reason for me. Right, these hinges. These Mary hinges. They're knackered. But are they, follow the finger, are they redeemable? As in, can I make anything out of these two old knackered Marys? So, I have got myself a couple of drifts, which should be about that diameter. And I'm going to put it in here and hopefully give it a few thwacks. Look at the reaction speed of that. Should be a sport. I should catch things from my country, shouldn't I? Really? Oh, what is it, Whiz? Security dog. There's a fly in the house, innit? Do you know what? This camera still isn't focusing properly, but it's focusing on what I'm doing here. Let me get myself sorted out. I'll put you up in the cradle. Catch the fly. Oh, he's wicked at catching flies. So am I. Anyway, let me put you in this thingy and we'll get back to it in a sec. Right, look at the size of that one. Well, I tried banging it with me drift, and it didn't work. So what I'm going to try now is to use the vice as a leverer. So I'm going to put this nut on there and put that over it, and then hopefully I can put this socket here in line with that whilst holding everything. Oh, Winnie, will you do me a favour? Just walk through the tripod. Let's try and wind this up a little bit. You're trying to wind me up, kid. Right. Is that ready? Yeah, I think so. Now, I expect nothing of this, and if nothing happens, then I've gained nothing. Or lost nothing. Really, have I? So it's just a load of old nothing. Right, let's put that in there. Let's get this a little bit aligned, a little bit woo. Right. Now, you're all agreed that that's ready to be pushed through, right? Okay, let's add some steam to it. The only other thing I can think of for construction, see, that's made that really tight now, is there is a pin in there of sorts, and then they put caps in the end to go over the pin. So it's literally impossible to get to that pin. Now, I'm not saying that just yet. I'm going to give it another bit of a nudge. No, that's not going anywhere. You can just feel that that's not going anywhere. I'm going to hold all this and then just see if that nut, that X nut is in line. I know what it is. I need a metric nut. Oh dear. It's the way I tell them. Let's put me metric nut on there. Rah. Come on, lads, give us a hand. Watch me struggling. I don't know. Right, let's give it another whine, shall we? Oh dear. Yeah, that's bending that out of shape. You can see that that was pinched then. Okay, let's have a look. Well, that is making absolutely zero attempt. Oops, where are you? Zero attempt of coming this way. That really isn't happy in there at all. I don't think it's worth putting any squirt in there, do you? Just to try and looser, yeah, you know, unstick it. I could try heat, I suppose, couldn't I? But then, what am I achieving with heat? Nothing is moving there. Nothing is moving there. But this is all moving. It must be caps, mustn't it? Pushed in there. Right. I'm going to try method number 3. Don't you run out there, you pesky little sausage. Let's try method number 3. Now let's put it right in there. Okay. Now I'm going to pause you there. Oh cock. Well, I'm still none the wiser. But there we are. Oh, that's horrible. So what do I do next? I found out me very thin beating chisel screwdriver, which you give it a good clout and all the handle shatters and that piece dislodges and ends up in your cervix, eyeball. And the end is about, well, no, I won't say that, that's quite rude. I've seen harder metals than that. I've tried chiseling it in and levering out what I think are caps on the end there. And now I'm just going to beat the fucking shit out of it. No. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, what I'm doing here with my little toffee hammer. If I can get rid of some of this crust and crud that's in there, I might have half a chance, mightn't I? What I probably do now is just take the hacksaw in there. I can hear you, Paul, Mr. Silk. I can hear you shouting at the telly. I've been shouting that at you for the last 15 minutes. Oh, dearie me. And I mean, they're dead, aren't they? For effectively, for what they are. So, yeah, get the little mini hacksaw on it. Hello, mini hacksaw. Where are you, Schwein? I think they're in my tool bag. So that technically should, oh, here it is. It's found on the floor. I was looking in the right direction, wasn't I? Blades on for a push cut. Humbrol. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I need to take that out of there. Doing a roundabout. Put that on there. Right, should we give it a go? Just see what appertains. Bloody thirsty work, this. Oh, come on, arm. It's not a lot to ask. Come on. Do you have a recipsoid? Yes, I do. Well, are you going to eat? No, I'm not. It's cheating. I'm not going to go all the way through because this side will be an absolute bastard to cut with one side wriggling around. So I'm just going to start that off as well. Humbro. You know, I don't remember Airfix kits being this tough. Yeah. A little bit more work to do on the transit, in the interior, in the rear. Then it's concentrate on the engine, what that rattle is. I've dropped a bolt or a nut somewhere down in one of the fucking hoses. I know I have. I've got that awful feeling. But, yeah, whichever way you look at it, it's a lot of work. But it needs doing. And the Audi needs... I've got to check the exhaust mid with the two parts of the exhaust meet. I think the exhaust clamps come adrift or something. And I've got to fix that door switch and then that's ready to go. Okay. I'm going to carry on with this side and go right through because this gap is tighter than this gap. We've heard that before, lads, haven't we? Here we go. It's changing sound. Yeah, these three. Okay, now to finish this side off. And I've got a feeling that's about, I reckon that's it, don't you? Oh, come on, body, for God's sakes. Right, I'll bring you in a bit closer, let you have a good look at it. Okay, so what exactly have we got here? Looking at that diameter is smaller than this diameter, and likewise on that side, that is smaller than this side. So that tells me that this pin is 2 pins. For 2 pins, I can get some other bugger to do it. So that says to me that I can literally, I reckon I can tap that way and then put the drift right through there and tap this one out this way. What do you reckon? Let's have a look at the other part there. See, that looks like a roll pin, doesn't it? So you're banging the 2 pins into a locking roll pin, and as you drive the pins in, it's opening up. See that gap there? This is the roll pin effectively, and that's the gap. So as you drive the pins in, it opens up this and pinches it. So whilst I was putting it in the vise, I was actually squishing it up tighter. Technically, as far as it goes, I don't know. Anyway, right, give me a few minutes. I'm going to lube all this, like give it a good daubing, and then I'm going to try just to drive that piece out there with a thin shit screwdriver. No, a thin drift. Right, fucking very dry in here tonight. Cheers. Right. Where's me lube, missus? She's gone indoors. She's a skimp. We have action, man. We have bubbling. by that Pinhead. Pinhead, who likes a good horror film? Me! Right, let's just see if that's done any good whatsoever. Right, so a combination of beating the crap out of it off camera, WD-40, and Ting. Right, that's about as far as that one's going. Where's the other one I brought out? That's bigger. Right, I need a smaller one. Here's a smaller one. Oh, and there we go. We have liftoff. Oh, right, look, it is literally half a pin, isn't it? Oops, beg your pardon. So, is it repairable? Well, let's see if we can get the other side out whilst we're here. Let's just turn that 180. Give it a little bit of daub. This side's really rusty. And I'm going to go in first with number 10. Boots on. Just a solid, firm tap. Oh, Christ. I hope there's no one of a nervous disposition watching this evening. Or whenever you're watching it. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot of movement there. Let's give that a bit more of a bite up. Let's try it from this angle. That's in there. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere for anybody. So technically, I mean, I could drill it out. Wow, that is really putting up a figure, isn't it? Yeah, no, you can tell by the sound of that is proper freaking solid. Let's zoom back out. Come on, camera. Right, I'm trying another way to get this other pin out using the same method as I used at the start. Got like a spacer, if you like, there with an opening in the center. This I think it's a Honda M6 engine casing bolt from possibly the RS250, and it's in there pushing on, just nips it up just a little bit, so I've got pressure on that. Now I'm going to add heat, add some Ribena to the equation, and gently I'm going to tighten that up as we apply heat, and hopefully that should all of a sudden pop, give way. That's the plan. All that's happening at the moment is my bolt starting to bend. Now that's under pressure. Under pressure. We'll just give that bolt a little bit of a cooling down. Might be just enough to be the difference. What I should do really, what I'm going to do, is put a steel pan underneath. There, I've got a nice steel pan here, because if it does go pop and it all falls out of the vise, I'm going to have hot molten carpet, aren't I? Right, let's try again. I'm just going to try and tap. Now I don't want to go too far now. You can see how that bolt's bending. Let's get rid of this heat source. Okay. And give that another little squirt.
That's in there, boys, isn't it? Proper in there. No, that's all going to fly off and end up in everyone's eyeballs. And that won't be a lot of fun, will it? No. Come here, you're going to melt my rug otherwise. Okay. So that is having none of that, is it? Well, I think that's in there for good without without actually drilling out stuff. Let's have another little look inside there, because I can't see. I'm still quite miffed, and I'll tell you for why. Because if we look at this top hat of what's left of a pin, it seems to have ribs on it. All right, ladies, calm down. So it has ribs on it, and that goes in there like that, and then it goes obviously all the way into there, and then it doesn't seem to. That's rusty in there. So, and that's rusty in. Oh, sorry, in there. So this pin that I've just literally sawn through, I haven't sawn that from a part of the pin that's in there. That wasn't attached to that pin in there. Quite obviously, you can see that. So this must have been attached to this roll pin type affair. Let me see if I can first of all drift out this whole lot. If not, then I might drift out this centre part and see what goes on there, because I really want to know what the hell that. I'm not going this far. I mean, it went together, so it's got to come apart. I'm not going this far to be shot down or have no explanation for you guys as to how the bloody hell these are made. I thought it'd be a simple job. It never is, though, is it? Right. Right, you lot, don't get too close because you might melt. I really want to try and understand what is going on here, because it's, I don't know, it's as if those pins, they can't be, it has to go, I don't know what I'm looking at here, because I've sawn through there, the end of that roll pin, but how is that pin connected to that? Yeah, it's all good. It would just be nice to see if there's any way on this planet these would be able to be, you know, put a new pin in there and perhaps heat up and hammer over the rivet like they used to make the old ships with. I mean, that would be an answer. The thing is, I mean, these are 32 pounds and upwards. Right. That is rather hot, as you can see. Going to make a bit of smoke here. Oh, perhaps not. Right, let's give that a bit of a doohickey. Hammer number 2. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? Don't you dare melt my brand new carpet. Let's do this. I just don't know. Right, let's try and whack out the whole freaking lot. Just see if anything at all moves. That's solid. Solid as a rock. The freely still. That is doing absolutely less than zero. It's doing nothing. Let's try it from the other side. Well, I'm at a loss, lads. Eatsy has been defeated in battle. No less. That felt a bit different. Could do with an anvil, really, boys, couldn't we? An anvil with a clamp on it. Right, let's try the big boy on the outside. I don't want to burr the outside over so it can't literally go anywhere. So I would have thought there would have been some sort of... If I had to invent this Mary hinge, right, I'd put a ferrous bush in there. Bronze bush in there, and then, you know, go from there. But all right, let's resort to drilling. Okay, well, that went about as well as it could be expected. So I'm just having a quick sip of my tea. This tea is lovely. Right, so I think we can I think it'll be an all-round agreement that this is past the point of no return. This Mary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to grind angle it across that section there, and turn it and do across that section there. Because I want to see a surgical cross section of what's going on here, because I'm intrigued. Right, let's do it. Safety first. Right, let's turn that around. And around and around. There still is no movement whatsoever. Let's put it a bit more so I can see where I've been, sort of thing. Right, let's carry on. Right, let's see. That is literally through, so I shouldn't take a lot now to unjubilate this like that. No, don't go on the floor. I just missed the flipping can. Right, what we got? Let's have a look. Right, basically, let's get you in ultra close. Where are you? This is what we have. Let's try and do a bit of a cross section here. Dark one. No, it's a bit out of focus, isn't it, like that? Right, well, I've sort of cut a third of it out. And this is the pin. Now I don't really want to put my hand too near there, to be honest, but I can see where the pin is worn. Literally in there, it's like a, oh, it's sort of convoluted. Not convoluted. It's conical almost. That first centimetre there. So I don't know. You can see it better from there. You see that? Let me put something white behind it or something. Let's have a look at that. Can you see that? It's actually, you know, where it's worn away. Now I'm still none the wiser as to how the bloody hell that works. I'll tell you what I might have to do, and not tonight though. I'm going to put that down there in that tray because it is bloody hot. Up you come. Right, what I'm going to do is leave that for tonight, and tomorrow we'll get that microscope effort out there, that magnifying light source, and we can all have a look. We'll have a look under there and see what's going on. Let's have a close. What's going on here? I still can't work out my tiny little brain cell. That must have been attached to the end of that other pin, the pin that's just gone down into the tray. It must have done. But then you had that roll pin effect, which is still visible here. Sorry, I'll talk a bit quieter so I don't wake anybody up. Yeah, I don't know. Forward ingenuity, that is. I'm just gonna put that in that tray too, because then I know where all the parts are. They're all in one place. That's like, I don't know, like carbon. If you said to me, what's that? I'd say, well, it's rusty carbon. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Yeah, that's definitely enough for today. And we'll have a look at that another time. Right, if you want to comment, please comment below. Let me know what you think of that, Mary. It certainly wasn't made to fall apart, in all fairness, was it? Obviously the good one. Well, the good bad one. But how the hell do you think I was right in the first place, in the first instance, that there is... this comes off the manufacturer line with a roll pin in the middle there, and then the two pieces get put together like that with the cap sticking out, and then it goes into like a vice and squishes both pins in and opens up. Or that micron pin is enough to pinch, probably with a little bit of heat as well, enough to pinch them two pins in there, and that's that. Anywho, right, thank you for watching this evening. I hope I haven't bored you to death. And we'll catch you on the flip side tomorrow when we have a look under the microscope and see what we can find out. That was a toughie, but I do like getting to the bottom of things. You know, like I say, something stopped working, there's a good reason for it to stop working. It's a sad fact that people with electronic items, old Hoovers, it's electromechanical, isn't it? It's got electrics and it's got mechanical parts. And slightest thing goes wrong, the average Joe doesn't know what's going on. Sadly, if you take it to a repair shop, let's say the vacuum cleaner or whatever you want to call it, Hoover's a brand, you know, the cost of a Hoover these days, well, apart from the big boys, it'll cost just as much to get it fixed as it is buy another one, isn't it? But people do tend to just landfill and go and get another one. It saves the hassle. We live in a throwaway society, don't we? Which is really sad. I don't like that. Because 9 times out of 10, something can be fixed. If the motor's blown or burnt out, put another motor in it. The rest of it's fine, isn't it? It's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to finish me Ribena. Might have some Skinners on a raft. Thought a fly just... There was a little flipping... little red fly in there. Of course, they're fruit flies and they're attracted to my wine. Little buggers. Right, thanks for watching. Catch you again, and please drop some comments below. What do you think of this Hinge? What do you think the construction of this is or was? Bloody good, whichever way you look at it. 18 years on the back of that van, and it's just started to going wonky. Anyway, right, catch you in a bit, boys.